Good morning, afternoon, or evening, everybody. I'm Chris Provost. You're watching Provost Park Pass. I was just staying here at the Fairfield Inn, and I'm walking to Disneyland. And today I'm going to be doing the top sounds of Disneyland as voted by you. And I cannot believe the number one sound that you guys chose wasn't even close. It was so far ahead of everybody else that it's going to be a lot of fun. So let's do this. The top sounds of Disneyland as voted on by you. Now, here's the caveat. There were so many sounds. I could have done the top 150 sounds. You guys did so many sounds. I tried to put them down in buckets to try to put them in categories. I noticed that there's two types of sounds that you guys like. One, songs, and two, sounds. Music, that could be a whole different video, so I'm not doing any songs. Just be aware there'll be no songs in this video. It's just gonna be the top sounds. I am gonna do the top 7 sounds. One of them in DCA, because everybody seemed to love this sound so much in DCA, Disney California Adventure, that I'm going to go ahead and show that or hear that sound. Then I'll do the top 6 in Disneyland. All right, let's get started and do this video. It sounds amazing. All right, here I am at Disney California Adventure. Let's start off with the 7th best sound as voted by you. This sound was so funny because it is the only sound I'm doing here in DCA, but a lot of people had this sound on the list. And every time I would read this sound on the list, I could hear that sound go through my mind. It's amazing. I mean, like literally, I could hear it every single time. So I had to include this list. Maybe it's like an honorable mention. It's number 7. Let's go do this. Oh, by the way, before you even get started, hit that subscribe button. Just do that. It's free. It's awesome. It's a great way to go support our channel. Have a good day. Let's continue. I don't know why I said have a good day. Let's continue on and go to the number 7th best sound here in DCA. Disney has all kinds of ambient sounds and great sounds all over the place. It's awesome. We're going to walk right through here. We're going to go into Grizzly Peak area. See if you guys know what the sound is before we even get there. So we're going to check it out. This Goofy kind of walking along. So I did this video and I asked you guys, I walked by and I heard the Matterhorn wind howling through. I'm like, oh, I love that sound. And I asked you guys, I said, hey, why don't you guys put your favorite sounds? When I got done putting that out, I was actually kind of worried. I'm like, I wonder if anybody responded to that. People really like the sounds of Disney. And I didn't, I was like, well, maybe that would be kind of a throwaway idea. Whoa, you guys love the sounds here at Disneyland. Like, and you guys you had some of you had really deep cuts and cool sounds. There was so many responses that I had to group them into piles of best sounds. So, and I know that if your sound that you love is not on this list, sorry, you just didn't get enough votes on it. But maybe we might have to do a part 2 because, wow, people are very passionate about the sounds here at Disney. All right, let's get on to the number 7 sound. Now, some sounds you guys put on the list were absolutely amazing, but I didn't know how to capture it. Like, for example, people said they love hearing the screams of like kids yelling like the characters' names, like Mickey, Mickey, like that. So I didn't know how to capture that. So I had to kind of eliminate those sounds. Anything that was music, I also eliminated from the list. Maybe I do a whole nother video on the music because you guys put a lot of songs there. But this is just ambient sounds or something here that the sounds that you like. Here we are by Grizzly. Hi, how are you? Some of you might know what the sound is before we even get there. It's not this rushing water, though I do love it. The number 7 best sound all Disneyland, according to you, is the clanking sound of the wood planks going up for Grizzly River Run. People have commented so much about this that I felt like I had to include it as an honorary mention, even though he is here in DCA. People love this sound. People want this sound. They want it as like to fall asleep to. Let's go listen to it. So many comments for that sound. And it's funny because every time I would read that sound, like the Grizzly River Run, the clanking of the wood bridge thing going up, every time I'd read it, I could hear that sound. I just hear it perfectly in my mind. And so I was like, we got to include it on the list. All right, now we have to go back over to Disneyland to the top 6 sounds. Let's do this. All right, let's walk over to Disneyland and hear some amazing sounds. All right, so I'm going to be completely honest with you. All the sounds that you guys did is amazing. People love it and it makes sense. I'm like, I understand completely why you chose those sounds, except this next sound. This number 6 sound was such a shock to me that you guys included it. And so many people included this sound. I was absolutely shocked because this is an attraction that most people seem to like kind of like riff on and say they don't like or don't want to be around or like, we gotta get rid of it. But man, you guys love the sound of it. Do you guys know what it is? All right, so I'll give you hints. You just see if you can guess what it is. I'll say this. It's a sound from an attraction. It's an attraction. Okay, any guesses now? It's in Tomorrowland. Tomorrowland. That might give it away. All right, let's go here. The 6th best sound according to you in Disneyland. It's located in Tomorrowland. That's on an attraction that nobody seems to like, but I love it. It's one of my favorite attractions. Out of curiosity, what land has the best sounds? I think it could be Tomorrowland. I love the sounds, the ambient, the sounds that they have here in Tomorrowland. Now that's not on the list. That's just me asking what you guys think has some of the best sounds. All right, let's go do the number 6 sound. The best sound of Disneyland, according to you, located here in Tomorrowland. It's an attraction. You guys know what it is? That's right, guys. The sounds of Autopia. Let's go give it a listen. When I was reading the comments, the first one that mentioned Autopia, I thought it was kind of a joke. And then I actually maybe laughed because I love the sounds of Autopia. And then as I started reading more and more comments, people are like, the sound, Autopia. I think this is a sound that we really associate with our childhood, and we love the sounds. Let's give it a listen. Comes some great sounds. Let's go about to take off. I think that sound just so ingrained in our childhoods that we still love it when we hear it. And it's just amazing. I love it when the cars take off and you hear that the high pitch and takes off. It's so good. All right, now let's go on to the top 5 sounds at Disneyland. Continuing on. For the number 5 best sound in all of Disneyland, we got to come to New Orleans Square. And I just want to say this, New Orleans Square is incredibly popular with you guys because how many of the sounds on this list are from New Orleans Square? Half of them. 3 of the 6 Disneyland sounds are from New Orleans Square as chosen by you. All right, let's get to the 5th best sound in all of Disneyland, located here in New Orleans Square. I love this land. When I was a little kid, I would come walk through here and I didn't even care about it. I was like, whatever. But now as an adult, I just love walking through here. It's so good. All right, so this is what you guys voted on as the number 5 best sound in all of Disneyland. This is the telegraph office. If you listen very carefully, you can hear the telegraph going. I'll try to get a little closer. What it's saying, that's Walt's opening day speech on loop over and over and over. You hear little clicks and clacks. Listen. That is Walt welcoming you to Disneyland. And if you notice, right here, there's a little telegraph right there. Now for you younger viewers, you might not know what a telegraph is. Back in the day, they had this little thing, they go tick, 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 and it would send a little message, dots and dashes, and that's how they would communicate before telephones. We still use that term today, telegraph, mostly in sports, like, oh, he telegraphed a pass. That means he told them what he's going to do. That comes from the telegraph. Right there. And we're listening to the telegraph. It's all dots and dashes. The 4th most requested sound or popular sound according to you guys is this one right here, is the engine when they do the steam runoff. Every time they make 2 laps, they fill up the engine with water. It can hold up to 150 gallons. Well, there's pressure, it builds a lot of pressure there, so they have to release some of that steam that makes it sound like that sound. Most people hear that sound when they're way down there, but that is the 4th most popular sound here in Disneyland according to you guys, and take a listen to it right here. That is one right there, one of the most, that was the, right there. The 4th requested sound that people like here at Disneyland is the steam runoff when they fill up the train here. You'll hear, they run off the extra steam. People love that sound, and most people don't hear it this close. They hear it when they're standing over there. But We absolutely love that sound. The number 3 best sound of all of Disneyland. Oh, do you hear that? That's the number 6 sound. That's really good. The number 3 best sound of all of Disneyland, as voted on by you, it's the monorail horn. And you can hear this pretty much anywhere in Disneyland Park, but you're guaranteed to hear it in downtown and also here in Tomorrowland. Let's go hear the monorail horn. Here comes the monorail. Now, here's a little bit of trivia for you. They're getting a new monorail driver. Whenever the monorail takes off, they're gonna blow the horn. Whenever the monorail is about to take off, to go forward, you're gonna hear 2 blasts of the horn, honk, honk, and that lets you know it's gonna go forward. If you ever hear 3 blasts of the horn, honk, 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 3, that means let's go backwards. Now, I've talked to lots of monorail drivers, and they say that the worst thing is to be a 5 honker. That means that you bring the monorail in and you overshoot the spot, right? So they have to do 3 horns to say go backwards, honk, honk, honk. They back it up, and then they overshoot it again, and they have to do 2 horns saying they can go forward, honk, honk. If you ever hear 5 horns, all the other monorail drivers are making fun of that one monorail driver saying, you're a 5 horn honker. So this is the sound you guys love the most, the number 3 best sound in all of Disneyland, the monorail horn. And the second it takes off, you're gonna hear it bleat twice, beep, beep. So our driver's gonna get in, and when he gets to all clear, he's gonna blow that horn twice to say, let's go. There it goes, 2 horns, letting you know it's coming in. People love that sound. If the monorail ever has to stop on the track, when it stops, before it goes, it's always gonna do 2 horn honks, honk, honk. You'll hear that all the time. I think it's just a very comforting sound. I think it's something that we like, we remember from our childhood. So that's the sound that we love here at Disneyland. The monorail horn, the number 3 best sound in all of Disneyland, according to you. Matterhorn, squishing it. All right, guys, speaking of horns, the number 2 best sound in all of Disneyland is found on Main Street. I'm pretty sure you guys can guess what it is. If you haven't, I'll give you some clues. It's the only attractions really on Main Street. People are like, wait, is there an attraction? That's maybe not true. I don't know, do you count the Steamboat Willie as an attraction, the little movie theater? I don't. So let's go hear some amazing sounds on Main Street. The number 2 best sound in all of Disneyland, as voted by you, is found located here on Main Street, and it's the Main Street vehicles, particularly the horns of these vehicles. You guys love them, you talk about them, and they make you happy. And people would always say, like, I love getting there, I love hearing those sounds first thing in the morning when I get there, in the afternoon, hearing the little horn, it makes me smile, and I just know I'm gonna have a good day. So the number 2 best sound in all of Disneyland are the horns on Main Street. This is the number 2 sound that you guys love. It's the horns on Main Street. Oh. We love it.
Alrighty folks, welcome aboard the Ibis. Just for safety, please remain seated at all times. Walk through our hands, arms, feet, legs, and inside the bus. And our next stop, B2 Town Square. So here we go.
There it is, the horn. You guys absolutely love the horns here in Main Street. They are wonderful. We gotta get this amazing sound too, the engine. Great. Oh, he's stepping out to hear it. That's such a good sound. Everyone loves it. And people say that this is the 2nd best sound in all of Disneyland, right here.
What's the best one?
Well, I can't say that yet. We're almost there. So.
I thought you'd go ka-ching.
That's what
Micah would say.
I love it. One more.
Okay.
Oh,
Got it?
got it. And here comes the other car. We gotta get all the sounds of the Main Street vehicles. You guys like them, so let's get them all. Yeah, so here we go, Tommy, let's do it. This is the yellow car. It's a little bit deeper of a horn, and then we also have the amazing engine right over here. You'll be able to hear it when he drives away. You'll be able to hear it right out of here, come out. These sounds are amazing. All right, the car is just about to take off. This one's a little bit softer than the red one. You can barely hear it, right here. And of course, lastly, we have to do the fire engine because it's the best. All right, here we are with Dave, and let's hear the horn. It's one of the best. Now, guys, there is a bell in the back, and you can ring that if you're riding in the car. And kids, they love to ring it all the time. Ding, ding, ding. Adults they're very quiet. They're usually like, barely doing it because they're nervous. They don't want to draw a lot of attention to them. But that's a fun sound. I'm gonna ring the bell, Dave.
Yeah,
Let's do it. So we're gonna come right over here. We're gonna ring this bell. And if you're an adult, you go like this. That's all you do. If you're a kid, they always go like this. And they ring it all the time. That's an amazing sound as well. And then you can hear the engine. It's kind of a little putt-putt sound. Oh, that's an amazing, that sound. I wish I put that on listen to my nightstand and listen to that. That put me right to sleep because I love that sound so much. Now you guys always said the Main Street vehicles, but I think the horses counts. Let's listen to the horses clip clop as they go by. This is such an iconic sound. Oh, she's gonna ring the bell. Oh yeah. She's gonna soon ring the bell here, and then you'll hear the horses clip clop along.
I can't promise you they'll start right away.
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Not a problem at all. They're getting everybody ready and situated. Horses looking around, making sure. Oh. That sound. One of the best sounds in all of Disneyland, I think, right there. Have a good day, little horse. All right, let's go do the #1 sound in all of Disneyland. And I have to say this sound won by a landslide. And when I say landslide, I mean, if you took the number 2, 3, and 4 best sounds at Disneyland and added up all their points, whatever, they still probably wouldn't equal this #1 sound in all of Disneyland. And I have a theory as to why this sound is so popular. It is a landslide. Nothing came close to this one sound that people love. And I think that when you hear about it, you'll be like, oh yeah, that makes complete sense. I think this sound represents lots of things to lots of different people. I think it represents the start of a vacation. I think it represents childhood memories. I think it represents, I'm about to do something really fun and I'm so excited to be here. So let's get on to the #1 sound. All right, before we get to the #1 sound all of Disneyland voted on by you, I just want to take a quick little moment and talk to you. Specifically, I want to talk to you that maybe has lost a loved one, maybe a father, a mother, a brother or sister, or maybe a friend, or maybe even a child. That leaves such a hole in your heart that sometimes you think to yourself, it's difficult to go on and I'll never find joy again in life. And I know it's hard, and I want you to know that I think you are amazing. And the best advice I can give for you in that situation is this. Live your life every day, so if that person ever took a little peek down from heaven and looked at you, that they're happy with the way you're living your life. Live your life in a way that creates joy and happiness, and to honor them. You know, treat yourself to a little dessert every once in a while, have fun, smile, laugh a lot. And that sadness, I'm gonna be honest, it never fully goes away, but it gets to a point where it's just a little reminder. That little sadness is a reminder of the love that you had for a person that was so important to you. And I just want you to know that I grieve with you. The grieving process is so complex and difficult for so many people, but I want you to know, just take it one day at a time. If I could, I would give you a hug and tell you everything's gonna be okay. I want you to know virtually I'm doing that. Everything will be okay. One day at a time. That's all we do, one day at a time. Okay. Whew. Now, let's move on to the #1 sound in all of Disneyland. Here we go. Okay, the #1 sound for all of Disneyland as voted by you. It's not even close. You can take the #2 sound, the #3 sound, the #4 sound, the Main Street vehicles, and add them all together and still wouldn't beat the sound. Almost everybody who typed in a comment at some point included this one sound. I find it very interesting. I didn't think about it, but then once I heard it, I'm like, that makes complete sense. This sound is so iconic with Disneyland. Everybody loves it. Everybody mentioned it, and they love this sound. It's located on Pirates of the Caribbean. Now, I have a theory as to why this sound is so popular, and I'll tell you what the sound is in just a moment. I think this sound it represents so many different things to different people. It represents being here. It represents the start of this vacation. It reminds them of their childhood because it's been there since forever. And it just sounds so good and it's so iconic that once you hear the sound, you just feel good. Let's do it. It's in Pirates of the Caribbean. One of the best attractions, of course, is Pirates of the Caribbean. If I had to have just one attraction, like if I could just bring you a friend to Disney and they've never been to Disneyland before, it would be Pirates of the Caribbean. I just walked in, you get that smell, you guys all know the pirate water smell, and it's awesome. The sound that everybody voted for, that they loved, is the banjo. when you first get on the ride, you're going through the swamp, you hear the crickets and then the old man playing the banjo. That banjo sound was mentioned in so many different iterations. People kept saying crickets, banjo, banjo, crickets, banjo, banjo, Pirates Caribbean banjo, POC banjo. It was just everything. It was a runaway. This is the #1 sound that you guys absolutely love, is the banjo on Pirates Caribbean. Get ready to get on the boat. This is the #1 sound for you guys, the crickets and the banjo playing. Well, those were the top 5, 6, 7 sounds of Disney and DCA. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Those are picked by you. I can't believe how many sounds you guys have chosen. You guys, literally, there's maybe hundreds of different sounds you guys are choosing. Saying they make you think of Disneyland. You love these different sounds. Maybe I'll have to do a part 2 because there are so many sounds. I hope you've really enjoyed this. If you haven't, could you please hit that subscribe button? That is the best way to support our channel. It's something you can do for free. If you like this type of content, you like the research that we do in this, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button. That's giving me a huge hug saying, thank you so much, Chris, for doing this. And if you want to be notified when new videos come out, if you're subscribed to us and then you hit that little bell icon, then you'll be notified when a new video comes out. That's also the only way you'll be notified when we go live. We don't go live very often. We go live maybe once every 3 months, but we try to give stuff away and have a lot of fun on the live streams. So if you want to be notified for that, hit the subscribe and hit that notification bell. You guys are awesome. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. You chose all the sounds at Disneyland that you like to hear. Do you like that sound of Autopia, which was a surprise to me? Pirates of the Caribbean, the banjo was #1 by a really long shot. But I also like the Main Street vehicles, and I like the Matterhorn wind. We didn't have that in this video.